Welcome into the Cowboys Report. I am Tom Downey. Today's show is presented by Aura, the all-in-one digital safe tool to help protect your information, both identity and financially safe from hackers online. They're giving you a free 14-day trial at aura.com/chatsports. Live right now on YouTube, on Facebook, and on Rumble as well. We're going to begin today's little build-up stuff here. I am not FaceTiming my mom, Jeremy. Good try. Who's better right now at football? Who is the better running back? Type TP for Tony Pollard or type in EE for Ezekiel. Two good players, if we ignore the contracts in particular. Who is better? TP for Tony Pollard, EE for Ezekiel Elliot. Who is it? I'll give some shout-outs here as well, as the leading poll getter right now is Tony Pollard. I would suspect that one will continue to change, though, potentially throughout today's show. CEEs from Jacob Vasquez, Texan Third, King Shadow, King Trill. So the Kings like Zeke. TPs from Michael, Chris Zamoto, Chris Hill, Tony Pena, Micah Parsons says TP. That's noteworthy there. Dustin Green says TP. Clayton Lockhart and Christopher Donner both say, both say EE in there. Let's see. John Tucker says EE. Clayton Lockhart says EE. There are also some troll Ryan Null votes, which I think is pretty funny, if I'm being honest there. TPs from Rashard Lee and Austin Miller, Cayman AZ, and Mad Dog typing in their EEs. We'll revisit that one later on in today's show. I'm very curious how that all plays out. With over 150 votes, it is Pollard leading the way. Part of today's Rumor Show will be the Pro Football Focus head coach rankings, which were interesting, to say the least. So I want you to be honest with me. Rank Mike McCarthy among all NFL head coaches. Of all 32, where does he rank? Jeremy's trying to unmute himself as he wears a maroon T-shirt today. Jeremy, what is it?
First of all, not maroon.
It is maroon.
My shirt is not maroon.
Especially in the dark lighting of the studio. It really does look
all
maroon.
Right. Is Mike McCarthy even the highest-rated coach on your team?
Ooh, you mean Dan Quinn.
I'm just saying.
Question. I see, all right, 3-0, 8-25. He is in the top 32. 14-9, 16, 31, 8, 14, 20th, 31st, 15th. Bottom 10, 31st, 14, 16, 14, 13, 16, 16, 20, 31.
These people are going to be shocked when they see where he's actually ranked.
Yes, you guys are. Just stay tuned for that one. It'll be interesting, I promise you. 27, 5, 10, 5 to 10, top 10, number 8, bottom teens, 12, 22, 16, 12, 5, and a 4.20. We are all over the map on that one. Stick around for the rumors. That's going to be fun there. Part of today's rumors is the pitch from the Rich Eisen Show that says Dallas should trade for DK Metcalf right now. So once again, asking for honesty here. What is the % chance that Dallas trades for DK Metcalf or any of the big-name wide receivers who hypothetically could be available? Of course, not A.J. Brown, since he's now a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. % chance. Be honest with me here, which means it should be a low number. 3, 0, 60, 25, 0, 9, 0, 0, 0, 12. Better chance of winning the Powerball. It's a good one there. 60, 0, 2%, 6.9, 0.90, 45.5, 6.9, 85%. 50-ish, 6.9, 9, negative 6.9. What's up, Jeremy?
All right. Even though we think it's a low number, I think in agreement, most people thinking it's a low number.
Yes.
The last big-name player that the Cowboys traded for was a wide receiver.
Was Amari Cooper.
Was a wide receiver.
I should have gone with it. Was Roy Williams.
With that being said, same percentage as my milk, too.
Okay, nice. Good job. I like that answer, Jeremy. I see 95 from Rashard Lee, 0.9, 75, 26, 2%. I do think it is a lower number because that's how the Cowboys choose to operate in the end. Time now for over-under. Today's poll, 10.5 wins for the Cowboys this upcoming season. O for over, U for under. Jeremy says under. Yeah, you said 10 with a tie.
10, 6, and 1.
Because you're, I don't remember, I can't swear at you. Mostly overs coming in right now. Micah Parsons, who I would hope would say over. Jacob. Yeecaw says under, as does Isaiah. But Duncan, King, Devin, Chris, John, Sean, Jimmy, David, Clayton, Marquise, Gary, and Sack, David, and Albert all typing in there over. So it's like 70% over, which makes the guy have the right number at the over-under mark.
So, Tom, I got a question for you. Which do you think will be higher this year? Amount of Cowboy wins or amount of sacks by DeMarcus Lawrence?
Ooh, that's a good one. The injuries worry me for Tank at this point. That should be a pretty big red flag. Give me the Tank sacks. Because like
more Tank sacks than Cowboys wins?
Yeah, and I think Tank can get 11.
Oh, wow, guys. Tom before the show told me that he only thinks Tank is going to have 8 sacks.
It's not true. don't spread lies on my show, Jeremy. I'll have Jack come in and sub-produce for you. It's kind of a weird, like, they each help each other go up. Like, if the Cowboys are winning games, they're probably ahead, so there are more pass rush reps. And if Tank's getting sacks, they're probably winning games. So they probably end up finishing fairly similar to each other. If Tank's healthy. Exactly, Jeremy. Correlation or causation. Very important news item to begin. Today is June 9th. Great start. 6-9. So everyone type 69 in the comment section. It's National Sex Day. We have maturity here at the Cowboys Report. Type 69 for me in the comment section as Jeremy, you horny mother. I see what you're doing over there. I see what's coming up next on screen. Dog. Some 69 shout-outs here. Jacob, Chris, King Shadow, Texan Third, Yeecaw, Gabe, Shugod, Micah, Wowzer, King Trill, Chris, Emma Sade, Texan Third, Bill Pash, Wowzer, Austin, Herman, Clayton, Chris, Vince, Marquise, Armando. Food Review says 96 because my girlfriend are arguing right now. Nice. Maybe not nice. Vince, Michael, Robert, Marquise, King Trill, Ian, Lucas, Choice Phillips, Richard, Gary. People are not typing in 69. You will not get a shout-out. Lamar Walker, Jeb, Ian Lucas, River Bandit. Keep the 69s coming as we continue to be the most mature Cowboys YouTube channel out there. We'll bonk. Everybody here. All right, Jeremy, you can do this one since you added it.
All right, I have a couple.
Yeah.
First of all, she never ages, Jennifer Aniston.
That's why you were singing the Friends theme song earlier
Yes.
today. Okay.
So no one told you life was going to be this way.
Who sings that song again?
I know the joke.
Okay.
On a more serious note, Kat Dennings, if you know who she is.
Yes.
Oh, of course you know who she is, Tom.
I've seen Marvel movies, so yes, I do.
And then, Megan Thee Stallion would probably be my third. She's bad.
Okay.
What about your turn, Tom?
How about Alvarado just saying bonk in the comment section? That's my guy right there. I feel like I'm not going to give shout-outs on this one, by the way. Just seems like a bad idea. Seems like a bad idea, especially not from Toxic Tom Downey burner account. That's a big-time bonk on that one. So, there you go. Mario Roby for me. So, I always
Did you just say Mario?
No, Margot.
Oh.
Yeah, Mario Roby, Jeremy. You're an idiot. All right, like the video if you think I would be. We're officially off the rails in the comments, and I would expect nothing less there. There's a lot of there's just some of those are not celebrities, folks. That you're commenting. They have a different profession. Which is fine.
It depends on your definition of celebrity.
I suppose that is true. I suppose.
Technically, they're movie actresses.
All right. Anyway, like the video. They are in movies, I suppose. All right. Like the video if you think I would be a better Cowboys GM than Steven and Jerry would be. In theory, I think every single person watching today's show should be liking it. Get the likes in. Let's enter these two super chats here real quick, Jeremy, from Isaiah and then my boy Yeecaw in there. Okay, Isaiah, actually, we will get to yours in the mailbag. but Yekaz is specific to what today is because it is 6-9. So Yekaz, thank you very much for the super chat. I will make note, bit of a missed opportunity to not make it a $6.96 super chat. Bit of a missed opportunity, but I appreciate it anyway.
Actually, Tom was telling me if we get to $69 in
I don't
supers.
know where you're going to go with this. I'm concerned already.
If we get to $69 in supers, me and Tom are taking shots.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Okay. I wasn't sure if you're going to do something really inappropriate, but yes, I'm on board with that. Absolutely. You can feel free to type in 69 in the comments section. Isaiah, I see your super chat. We will get to you during the mailbag as well. 100 likes? I think we certainly can. If you think I would be a better Cowboys GM than Steven, Jerry, etc., show it by liking the video right now. People are still commenting their celeb crushes, and we are just you're throwing me off my game.
We're gonna be talking about DK trade rumors, and
I'm gonna look down at the live chat. I'm just gonna start laughing. All right. Anyway, here's what's coming up. We'll get back on track here on today's live Cowboys Report. Latest news and rumors. 2 mailbags. There are 2 ways to get on the show. You can either just use hashtag Cowboys or super chat like Isaiah did earlier. We've also got some OTA winners and losers, kind of a weird practice today, but we'll break down that with one more OTA left. And in Cowboys Report After Hours on Rumble only, defensive breakout candidates. All that's coming up right now here live on the Dallas Cowboys Report. Welcome into the Dallas Cowboys Report, presented today by Aura, the all-in-one digital safety tool. If you haven't already, they are giving you a free 14-day trial at aura.com/chatsports. That link, by the way, will be in the comment section and in the description. Today is June 9th, a.k.a. 6-9, so everyone type 69 in the comment section. I want to see just how many people watching today's show can type 69 in the comment section, because that is maturity at its finest here at the Dallas Cowboys Report. Bit of a juicy trade rumor / idea here. Rich Eisen of the Rich Eisen Show said the Cowboys should trade for DK Metcalf right now. Of course, the background is that Metcalf is holding out from minicamp. He wants a new deal from the Seattle Seahawks. In general, I tend to believe there are one of 2 reasons why a player holds out of minicamp given the almost $100,000 fines. A, you think you are close to a deal and you want to get that deal finished up, so you'll pay the short-term price to make more money long-term. Or B, you don't want to be there at all. Now, from a need perspective, I get why Rich Eisen has pitched this. You trade away Amari Cooper, and I am excited about the future and prospect of Jalen Tolbert long-term. And I like CeeDee Lamb quite a bit. You make a real argument DK Metcalf would be the best receiver on this football team, and you've also probably not going to have Michael Gallup in time for Week 1. If you want to build the best passing offense possible, adding DK Metcalf certainly helps you achieve that particular goal. Didn't always have Russell Wilson last year, but for his career, talking about a guy who typically averages about 1,000 yards per season, offers a bunch of big plays, and almost 10 touchdowns per game. That's valuable. Now, the problem here is as follows. DK is going to be expensive, both in the trade, what it would cost to get him, and what it would end up being from a contract perspective. A.J. Brown got $25 million after he was traded from the Titans to the Philadelphia Eagles. Cooper Kupp, meanwhile, just got a big-time new contract as well. That's $26.17 million. And Amari Cooper's already making $20 million. All of those things really do begin to add up when it comes to what the Cowboys would actually be willing and prepared to do. Because of that, we should know by now what the likely outcomes are in terms of the wide receiver room. It is very expensive from the cost of a trade, probably around the A.J. Brown trade, right? A first and a third. And then you got to pay the guy probably at minimum, $25 million per year? Yeah. So be honest with me here in the comment section. What is the percent chance that Dallas trades for DK Metcalf, or you know what, any big-name wide receiver, Deebo Samuel, etc., drop the percentage in the comment section that Dallas trades for DK or any big-name wideout. Look, getting DK Metcalf would be awesome. That is a great, aggressive, all-in, borderline, if not full-fledged, Madden-style move. You got DK and Lamb, and then you have Gallup. You can bring Tolbert along a bit slower. That's awesome. Do we really think the Cowboys are going to that? They have all the money they could want to afford DK Metcalf. They've got the funds. They are choosing not to go that route. They want to have their books clean. They don't want to be aggressive right now. I would be shocked, in a happy way, if they went after any of the big-name wideouts. Now, I know many of you aren't happy with the way Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones run things, and I get that quite a bit. So if you think that I would be a better Dallas Cowboys GM, show it for me by liking today's video. This video is also powered by Aura. They offer financial fraud protection, identity theft protection, and online and device security for you or up to 5 family members with their all-in-one digital safety tool. Help keep your information off of the web and your family's information as well. Head over to aura.com/chatsports. That link, by the way, will be high up in the description and in the comments. It'll have a reply to the pinned comment as well today to start that free 14-day trial. You can cancel this, folks, at any time. It's all-in-one digital safety for the whole family at aura.com/chatsports. Let's talk Mike McCarthy. Now, this one is interesting. So PFF was trying to rank all the head coaches in the NFL, at least the ones who are returning as head coaches, so not the newbies there. They tried to go with an analytical mindset of trying to identify the talent level and also not based on wins, so adjust for like an average team. The route they tried to go was like, if you have a high-paid quarterback, you get dinged. If you have a young QB, you don't. It's like they've basically viewed talent level as almost investment spent, which it's not great. To be honest, I don't like the process beyond the top 3, and the results really don't make sense in the nitty-gritty. So here are their top 10. Bill Belichick, John Harbaugh, Andy Reid. Okay, I get that. That's fair. Cliff Kingsbury at number 4. Pete Carroll at 5. Okay. Matt LaFleur 6. Kyle Shanahan 7. Mike Vrabel 8. Okay. Frank Reich at 9. And Mike McCarthy at number 10, which I found fascinating, given some of the rather notable names who are ahead or behind of McCarthy. I don't think Cliff should be number 4. Add like a 1 or a 2 in front of that number. But 5 notable guys behind McCarthy. The Super Bowl winner, Sean McVay. Interesting. The runner-up, Zach Taylor, also way down there. Brandon Staley, I know it's controversial, I want to put him on there. Mike Tomlin's 13, the guy who never has a sub-500 mark. Sean McDermott, Kevin Stefanski. I think this. When your data says that Cliff Kingsbury is the number 4 coach in the NFL and Mike Tomlin is number 13, to be blunt, I think your data sucks. I think whatever process you used isn't a good one. Toss it in the trash. Try something else. So I want to hear from you guys now. Where would you rank Mike McCarthy among all the NFL head coaches overall? So from 1 to 32, where would you rank Mike? Let me know in the comment section. We rank the Cowboys Report number 1 among all Cowboys YouTube channels because that is what the data actually says. Most subscribers, most views, and I think most fun had as well. If you want free and daily Dallas Cowboys videos, hit that big red button right now. Back to more trade rumors here because, well, I guess it's June. People want to write about stuff. Inside the Star has pitched the Cowboys should trade for Gardner Minshew. My first thought was, wait a minute, what year is it? The Cowboys had little interest in adding Minshew last year when he was traded for next to nothing from the Jags to Philadelphia. I will make this important note. Minshew, despite having the best hair among all NFL QBs, best facial hair, just the best vibe maybe, is not nearly as highly regarded by the NFL as some fans and media view him. He is not that well regarded from a talent perspective and from a leadership perspective as well. There are some concerns on that front. We're going to go more in depth on the Minshew side of things here, but first, would you trade for Gardner Minshew? Y for yes, N for no. Assuming it costs what about the Eagles give up for him, a mid to late day 3 pick, would you go get Gardner Minshew? Y for yes or N for no? Now, the conversation in part is he better than Cooper Rush? That's mainly the conversation, right? And Rush actually impressed in his lone start last year in a very surprising, shocking way. My biggest issue with Minshew is he is the ultimate one-game wonder. Now, this is a very small sample size split, but it is startling the difference here. In his first start of the year, the 2 years with Jacksonville, 1 year with Philly, versus all of his other 24 games played, this is unbelievable. 87.1% completion rate in the first 3 starts of the year against 61.1. The yards per attempt go from 9.86, which is elite, by the way, to 6.71, which is pretty average to middling. 7-1 touchdown-interception ratio against 34 versus 11. That is unbelievable. And the reality is I've basically picked his 3 best games. Beyond those 3 best games, there's a reason why he's only a backup QB, despite the vibe he puts off there. Frankly, I'm not really that interested in adding Gardner Minshew. I just think he's a bit overhyped. To free agency now. How about signing Eric Ebron? As I'm sure everyone knows, Dalton Schultz is skipping OTAs and potentially minicamp amid a contract dispute. Now, Into the Star pitched a 1-year, $5 million deal for Ebron, which, okay, that's more on one free agent who was bad last year than the Cowboys paid all 3 of their outside guys almost combined. It's interesting there. But the Cowboys do have all the cap space right now. So name a player who you want to sign. Could be Ebron, could be somebody else altogether. Name a player in the comments, of course, right now, who you want to go out and acquire. Now, Ebron in 2021 was banged up, didn't play very well. He's had some good years. 2018 was awesome, bordering on really good. Not that dissimilar from Dalton Schultz's production there. 2020 was also pretty solid. But I'll make note, 56 grabs for 558 yards. Not the typically high average one, but not bad either. The Steelers went, we got to get Pat Freiermuth. So if you want to sign Ebron to a cheap 1-year deal, sure. I don't think it makes any sense to sign Ebron and then try to move on from Schultz because you can't cut Schultz. His deal's guaranteed. He's on your team. That is the reality here. But if you want a more proven vet backup, I do think Ebron is one of the better available guys out there at this point. I just wouldn't expect him to be anything more than a downgrade from Dalton Schultz, and maybe you let the young guys like Jake Ferguson go that route. All right, question now, and we'll go back to this one from earlier. Rank Mike McCarthy among NFL head coaches. No, I don't want to go back to that one, Jeremy. Don't you dare. We're not doing that again. Rank McCarthy among NFL head coaches. Jeremy, unbiased answer, so no trolling. Where would you rank Mike?
That's tough. I mean, to be honest, unbiased, I don't think he's as bad as most Cowboys fans think he is.
Okay.
I think, is he a mastermind like McVay or Reed? No, I don't think so at all.
There's a lot of 32s in there right now.
He's not in the last third of the league.
Is he closer to 1 or 32?
I would have to push.
Right in the middle. Okay.
I think he's right in the middle.
We're on the same page. I agree. I think he's right around average.
I think it's the middle. I think he's the 16th or 17th best coach in the league, but most Cowboys fans think he's the 26th, 22nd, 33rd.
He's horrible.
All
right, who would you rather have? McCarthy, Ron, Rivera?
Ooh. I would have to go McCarthy.
Okay.
He actually, I mean, he was able to win once he got there. Rivera went with the Panthers and didn't end up winning, but I mean, I know that shouldn't.
It's close though.
Yeah.
Okay. Rivera or Nick Sirianni?
Rivera
Or sorry, McCarthy or Nick Sirianni?
Well, I mean, you have a lot more sample size with McCarthy.
Yes, you do.
Sirianni can read a clock, so I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Nick. I'm gonna have to go Nick on that one.
Definitely not a homer on that front there. Yeah, we're all over the place. I see from anywhere from like 5 to 32.
So we can play
as expected. A lot of difference.
We can play this game with you, Tom.
Okay.
Would you rather have McCarthy or Stefanski?
I think I'd rather have Stefanski.
McCarthy or Doug Peterson?
Is Doug Peterson tanking games or trying real hard?
You have the best of both.
So I think in a bubble, give me Peterson.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if Peterson would not get along well with the Joneses, since allegedly there were some issues between him and the front office in Philadelphia.
Him and Howie, yeah.
I feel like that might be an issue in Dallas in particular.
He would want control over the draft. And
he'd want a little bit more input than maybe they want to get. Which, of course, they give the coaches input, but I don't know if it'd be quite the ideal fit. But I think Peterson in a bubble for sure. So, my mindset. All right, get the votes coming. Rank Mike McCarthy among all the NFL head coaches. That is 1 to 32. It is mailbag time coming up here. If you have questions, there are 2 ways to get on the show. Number 1, you can simply use hashtag Cowboys or skip the line altogether with a super chat. That just like Isaiah for sure, or Frazier, however you pronounce your last name. Well, that's how it's spelled, for sure. Frazier, for sure? I'm not sure. I got him there. Get your questions in here. Now, Cowboys Report after hours only be on Rumble. So go follow us over there, rumble.com/CowboysTV. We'll put that link in the live chat. It is, by the way, already in the description of today's video. It's in the 3rd paragraph. I see Sack77 already over there. Thank you, my friend. Stick around for that coming up here in just a little bit. You're watching the Dallas Cowboys Report, presented today by Aura, the all-in-one digital safety tool. They're giving you a free 14-day trial of their entire product when you head over, for free again, at aura.com/chatsports. That link will be in the comment section, and it will be in the description. From Isaiah, will the Cowboys D be the same? From a scheme perspective, yeah, they're not going to change anything there. From a production standpoint, I do think there will be some changes. Obviously, your main roster shuffling was Gregory's out, Sam Williams is in, and you're hoping for like impact from Kelvin Joseph, John Ridgeway. Kind of rolled it back to an extent. My hope that's realistic is, as the Cowboys likely force fewer turnovers, just because there is some randomness involved in that from a consistency standpoint, my hope is that they are better on 3rd downs. They were not great on 3rd downs last year. They ended up getting evened out with the turnovers. So if the turnovers go down, I want 3rd down stops to go up, and that'll end up being fairly similar. From Jeremy Berner, it's back again. Is the $22 million just being used for rollover? Pretty much, yeah. I mean, they might sign a guy, maybe 2 guys for like $5 million total. They'll leave some money for like, oh, we got to sign this guy to our practice squad in December, but that's like $100,000. So, yeah, most of it's going to be used for rollover. Because remember, for those of you that don't know, whatever money you don't spend each season of the salary cap is rolled over to next year. From Brent Woods, everyone talks about DK Metcalf, but what about trading for Tyler Lockett? Oh, okay. I actually think trading Lockett away makes more sense from Seattle's perspective because Metcalf is young, he's a key piece of their core, but Lockett is not. The money isn't ideal for a Lockett trade with the way they've done his deals so far because, they thought they would still have Russell Wilson, etc. I think Lockett would be a fun addition. I think it'd be cheaper than DK Metcalf. My guess is the Cowboys say no because that's how they operate. But I would say that Lockett is a more feasible target, especially from the Cowboys' perspective, than DK Metcalf is. So when it comes specifically to Lockett, would you trade for him if the cost was a conditional third round pick, somewhere in that range? Get your answers in for me in the comments section. Type in Y for yes or N for no. From Jay Woolsey, save money, sign trade for head coach Sean Payton and receiver Michael Thomas. Your thoughts? Payton, yes. Michael Thomas, no. I do not trust him to be healthy. He's barely played the past 2 years, and he's not going to be ready for minicamp, it seems, and maybe training camp at that point. So, Michael Thomas, big red flags for me. Don't want him right now. We can revisit that later next offseason. I do think, though, Jay, kind of on the right track. It does seem like the Cowboys are setting their books up for success next year. Rashard Lee, who has more to prove this year, Zeke or D-Law? The one who's not guaranteed to be on your roster next year, that is Zeke Elliott. The Cowboys redid Tank's contract. Basically, he took a pay cut, and he's sticking around. Zeke Elliott, however, maybe not. Maybe not. His deal is get-outable. Get out of a bull. Able to get out of. There we go. Escapable. There you go, Jeremy. That's a better smart word. After the season. So, keep an eye on Zeke having to ball out to keep his job in Dallas. Super chat alert from Jay Elam. $20, by the way. Thank you, Jay, my man. $69 in super chat. We'll do some shots today. DK, Debo, get one. Sam Williams, pray he goes beast mode. I mean, look, if you get me DK or Debo, I'd be hyped. Like, those are both awesome receivers. And for Sam Williams or Dorrance Armstrong or someone has to emerge as that. If we include Mike as a pass rusher, the number 3 pass rusher. From the better Jeremy, the cooler Jeremy Shaver, $6.96 on the super chat. Nice. If you could bring back DeMarcus Ware or Deion Sanders in their prime. Oh, man. My answer is always Deion Sanders. He is my favorite all-time player, and I could utilize him in all 3 phases. There's my punt returner. Imagine Deion and Trayvon Diggs together. That's elite duo. I can trade away Anthony Brown at that point. There's my number 1 corner. Diggs is now my number 2. And there's my slot receiver. I just solved 3 needs for the Cowboys. I love Ware. Don't get me wrong. It's Deion Sanders for me, though. Today's show is presented and protected by Aura. Their all-in-one digital safety tool offers financial fraud protection, identity theft protection, online and device security for you and up to 5 members of your family. They'll give you near real-time alerts on any and all suspicious credit activities because if you're like most people, at some point your credit card got hacked, debit card, even if it wasn't even your fault. So start your free trial today. 14 days worth, cancel at any time at aura.com/chatsports. That link will be in the comment section and it'll be in the description. From Vince, did the Cowboys win with or because of Dak? It's a little of both. There are games in which they've won with Dak, and there are certainly games they've won because of Dak. So, because there's both, I'd probably go more with the because of side of things. But that's a very fair question to ask since it's been a very popular one all of a sudden from the talking heads on ESPN. From Dwayne Porter, $10 super chat. Thank you, Dwayne. In my opinion, we will not be in the running for Coach Payton. He is just like his mentor. He wants control of the roster, and Catboy won't go for that. Who else can be in consideration for head coach? Dwayne's got a good point. That's one of your potential issues in landing Sean Payton. Beyond that, it would be very, very, very Cowboys to simply promote Dan Quinn or Kellen Moore and not really do an actual head coaching search because they haven't really done one beyond Marvin Lewis and Mike McCarthy for last time since Wade Phillips. It's been a long time. Chris Snow, what do you think of Bland being out for the year because of injury? That is referencing Deron Bland. I think you mean Bond. I believe you're referring to Devontae Bond, not Darren Bland, because I haven't heard anything about Bland being hurt. Devontae Bond is out for the year, the linebacker, which is unfortunate. In the end, he probably wasn't going to make the roster, so sucks for him. I feel bad for him, but isn't really going to impact the Dallas Cowboys roster. Now, if you want to be a part of these live mailbags, subscribe. That's step number one. Our shows are done live on Thursdays. We answer your live questions. So if you haven't already, hit that big red button and subscribe today. Bhavik Patel, what is the biggest training camp battle with the Cowboys? A couple ones, and we'll do a full video on this. I think you've got receiver 3-ish, like who's 2, who's 3. I think as boring as this is, punt returner. Who is going to be your punt returner this year? A lot of guys haven't had that role in the past. A lot of your other spots are mostly locked in. You can mention like defensive tackle, but punt returner, massive question mark right now. Antonio Poole, the Rams are going to be out of money. Are they, though? Are they actually? They print it on a printing press. Should Dallas swoop in for Van Jefferson if they sign Odell Beckham? Okay, second half actually makes a little bit more sense to me. The Rams have a weird roster where they paid Allen Robinson, paid Cooper Kupp, could hypothetically sign OBJ, drafted Van Jefferson and Tutu Atwell in the second round. So, if they do sign OBJ and want to move on from somebody, that could actually make some sense, I think, in the end. Not the worst idea we've seen here on this show, I promise you on that one, Antonio. So when it comes to trade ideas, name a player who you guys want to trade for. Keep it realistic, please, but let me know in the comments section. From Devin Edwards, why can't Dallas have that win now mentality? Great question. Lots of reasons. They want to have a big gap in terms of like their window. They don't want to go too far in for 1 year because they think that will negatively impact them too much in the long run, and they want to be a playoff team and see if they get lucky every year, which hasn't worked for a long time now. From A Money, who's your breakout player on offense and defense? So we've actually done already offensive breakout players, my friend. That video's on the channel already. We will also do defensive breakout players on Cowboys Report after hours at rumble.com/CowboysTV. Here is the offensive thumbnail. It's on YouTube. It's on Rumble. The defensive version, to give you a more in-depth answer than, like 30 seconds on a player. We went deeper than that. We'll be on the Cowboys Report after hours, rumble.com/CowboysTV. From Micah Parsons, would you pick me for Defensive Player of the Year if you got to choose? Probably pretty good value. Aaron Donald always seems like the correct answer, but Micah's going to be in that conversation too. I should say, you're going to be in that conversation, my friend. From Junior Estrada, should the Cowboys trade for DK Metcalf or Deebo Samuel? Had this conversation many a time before. Should they? Sure. Go get a big-time impact receiver. I'm all for it. Playmakers help your offense, help your team win games. Will they? No. They're not going to. That costs too much. $25 million or so and a first and a third round pick. They will not go that route. I can pretty much promise you on that front. Super chat from King Shadow 24. Sign Sue, Barr/Hitchens, and trade for Jalen Darden. I like it. Darden becomes your receiver 3/4, your punt returner. Sue helps your defensive line. Hitchens gives you linebacker depth. They can easily afford that if they want to. Will they? They do tend to like their guys. Dexon third. Will Tyler Smith play more at left tackle or left guard? The full expectation here is that Tyler Smith is going to be the starter at left guard. Now, that does not mean he won't get some left tackle reps, because I would expect and assume at this point that you see Tyron Smith end up getting hurt, because he's always hurt and unable to stay healthy for an entire 16 and now 17 game season. So I think the volume comes at left guard, but I do think we'll see him at least a little bit at the left tackle spot this season. So wait and see, but that's likely the outcome as far as I'm concerned. Yeeteroni Yee. Few of my Cowboys, but I think this year is going to be a tank year to make it exclusive with McCarthy for Sean the following year. What do you think? I don't know if it's not a full-fledged tanking year, but they did not operate with the same level of urgency at all, really. So, not a tanking year, but not an aggressive year either. From Brandon Edwards, what is this one? If you could make a mini-series / movie on the 90s Cowboys, who would you cast as Jerry and the triplets? I have no idea. Who would I? Let me just try and get a Jerry Jones casting here. Go all out and see if Anthony. What's his last name? Oh Jesus. I can't remember his name. He's very famous answer. Anthony Hopkins. What if he could play Jerry? I don't know. Emmett Smith played by Omar Epps because it kind of looks like Mike Tomlin. It's funny. I don't know. All right, Gerard Dawson. Does Terrell Basham have any trade value? Maybe a 7th. Basham is like a number 4 at best edge, and those guys don't have a lot of value, so probably not from that standpoint. We asked you earlier to name a player to trade for. Now I want you to pick one to trade away. Who do you want the Cowboys to simply move on from, get whatever you can back in a trade? Let me know in the comments section. Steven Gonzalez, would you rather sign Schultz for a large contract or trade for a receiver if they were guaranteed to get 800-plus yards? If it's just like, if it's the same yardage on both guys, I actually think you're better off going with the tight end in Dalton Schultz, because 800 yards at tight end is a lot more than 800 yards at wide receiver. So if it's just based on purely the yardage, you're actually better off with Schultz. I like that Texan question, by the way, earlier, so pick one for me. Where will Tyler Smith play more at? Left guard or left tackle? Let me know in the comments section which position he ends up playing more at. Roy Williams, Tom, when are we going to sign someone? I am frustrated and pissed off. You've got technically 2 roster spots because you cut LaKendrick Van Zant and Devontae Bonds out for the year in a little bit. So, somebody will get signed. Is it someone you've heard of? I'm not so sure. Kevin Cobb, what would you set the over-under at for Sam Williams sacks this year? I think 5.5. It's actually what we set it at. It was actually at 6 last time. I think you're on the right track. If you get 5 to 5.5 sacks in year 1, that's a good sign. If we did not get to your question, hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. My DMs are open to answer any questions we did not get to on today's Cowboys Report mailbag. All right, random question to an extent, and Lance Dunbar's burner, Zach Taylor, I see your super chats. We'll get to those in a little bit. We are $17 away from 69 and busting out some shots, baby. $17 super chat. Boom, we're there. All right. It is National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day, which, why does that have its own day? I don't know. Equality? Who knows? Favorite type of pie? What is it, Jeremy?
You see, Tom, I'm a Southerner, so
Yeah.
I actually prefer cobbler.
Okay.
And
You pretentious.
I love myself some peach cobbler with 1 scoop of homemade vanilla Bluebell on top.
Okay. I go with pumpkin pie myself.
You commie.
I love pumpkin pie. The commie answer is
Who are you, Mel? Mel Kiper?
I love pumpkin pie. Now, I only eat it like in the fall, but I'm not a big pie guy myself.
Oh my god. I'm telling you, cobbler, either peach or blueberry, scoop of vanilla ice cream on top.
TJ Martin.
Have you ever heard of hair pie?
Hair pie?
Yeah.
Can't say I have. Why, Jeremy?
It's a Southern delicacy.
Yeah, sounds dirty.
Look it up.
I'm not going to. Strawberry pie, cherry pie.
It's actually really good.
Okay. Chocolate pecan or pecan. There's a lot of inappropriate ones in there. Pecan, cherry, pumpkin pie, lemon meringue. Is that pie? Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
Okay. I see apple, pecan, Pizza. That's not a pie. No, that's not what we mean. That's cheating. That's a clever cheater there, but no.
It's a pizza pie.
There you go. Apple strudel, chocolate, coconut cream, key lime is good. Yeah, for Boondock. To answer Boondock Saints, I think adjust your phrase in there, not totally sure. Not sure what the specific issue is. Cream. Ooh. You almost got me. I stopped. Duke and Gabe almost got me. I stopped. Didn't finish the thought. All right, let's move on.
Tom knows all about that. He just had a baby.
I did. That's very true. All right, let's move on. That's it is 69 day after all. All right, we got OTA winners and losers coming up here momentarily. But first, reminder that the Cowboys Report after hours is going to be available exclusively on Rumble. So if you haven't already, make sure you're over there as well. I saw Sack 77 in there. Saline 95 is in there. Tom Downey's Evil Clone is also in there, which is interesting.
Shout out Chicken Pot Pie.
That works too. I guess I had that chicken pot pie soup for lunch today.
Somebody coming in with Frito pie as well. Do you like a Frito pie?
I don't think I've had Frito pie, but I've had like the little walking taco thing.
Wait, you've never had Frito pie?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, you're making all Southerners just shake their head.
Not a Southerner by nature.
Bless your heart.
All right. Anyway, Cowboys Report after hours exclusively on Rumble. It's rumble.com/CowboysTV. Yes, it is. So remember, make sure you guys get over there, rumble.com/CowboysTV. If you guys are subbed to the Dallas Cowboys Report, show up for me by liking today's video, the month-long challenge Chat Sports. Most likes. We should be able to win this among the team channels since we are number one in subs. So, like the video if you're subscribed, and of course, if you haven't already, get that changed by liking the video or by subscribing right now. Got some Cowboys OTA winners and losers. Trying to keep a different list than the last time we did this video as the open OTAs continue. First up, Tyler Biadasz. And again, this is a competition thing. He was an off-season winner for us for a very similar reason. There isn't really a ton of competition at the center spot. Now, to be fair, they did give Connor McGovern, finally, at long last, some center reps. But he's also getting other reps at guards, and it just seems unlikely there. Biadasz was better in 2021, admittedly on a much smaller sample size of snaps. I will make this note. The penalties are a problem. The hits and hurries are a problem as well. So he needs a breakout year. But the job appears once again to be his this year. So I want you guys to name a Cowboys OTA winner. Several more names still coming up here, but I want to hear from you. Name a Cowboys organized team activity winner. Did I do this video just to mention Ezekiel Elliott, best shape of life season? Hell yeah, I did. Ezekiel Elliott, once again, folks, has never been in better shape per Neville Gallimore, his teammate. Quote, Ezekiel Elliott is in the best shape I've ever seen him in. He's flying around the practice field. He's going to be awesome. He'll do special things this year. This has been said about Ezekiel Elliott every single season. Ever since his suspension. Oh, best shape of life. Oh, Cabo Zeke. Oh, not Cabo Zeke. Oh, healthy Zeke in 2020. Now here again in 2021. Do I think Zeke is in good shape? I absolutely do. I totally believe that. Zeke does look pretty good out there from a conditioning perspective. It is June. And with his workload over 6 years as an NFL player, I need to see it in November, not in June. So yes, he's a winner, best shape of life, good start. Doesn't mean that much in the end. Now, when it comes to the running backs for the Cowboys, because Pollard, by the way, also a big-time winner so far, who is better right now? Type in TP for Tony Pollard or EE for Ezekiel Elliott. This question is the pinned comment on today's video. So, if the ad break comes here on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know who is the better back right now. Finally, on the winner's side for OTA, Jalen Tolbert, who had missed the beginning portions of it with a minor hamstring strain. He is back out there for the Dallas Cowboys. His quarterback, Dak Prescott, is hyping him up. And Tolbert even caught a touchdown pass from Dak at practice this week. That's what you want to hear, right? At OTAs, your rookie's making big plays as your receivers are all injured. Here's what Dak said recently on Tolbert, by the way. Smart guy, smart receiver, has put the playbook and wants to grow, wants to get better. He's always trying to talk to me about film or what I saw or what I can learn on. He's trying to get advanced level coaching, and we're not even through step 3 of the off-season program yet. He's an exciting guy that has a bright future. Remember, Dak also called Tolbert before the draft to get to know him a little better, which is, I think, pretty cool and somewhat unusual. Ideally, Tolbert makes a significant impact for you in year 1, given the still likely outcome that Michael Gallup is not quite 100% in time for week 1, but Gallup is also an OTA winner because it sounds like his rehab is trending in the correct direction, just like Jabril Cox's is. He's set to be back around training camp. Photo from Jory Epstein today. Gallup is getting some work on the cords with trainer Brett Brown. That's what you want in June when you had an ACL tear in basically January. I am still cautious to assume that Gallup will be back for week 1. But making good progress is all we can ask for at this point as it relates to Gallup and his ACL tear. Here's what head coach Mike McCarthy recently said on Gallup. Quote, he's here all the time. He's put in a ton of work. He's doing everything he's supposed to. And it's so nice to see him get over those thresholds. When they do have the opportunity to get him on the field with Britt, that's a big moment. Britt's the best in the business at bringing players back. Michael is making really good progress. Again, I don't think Gallup plays week 1. But who has more yards this year for the Cowboys? MG for Michael Gallup or JT for Jalen Tolbert? Gallup, if you were healthy, he'd be the easy answer. But he's not. So let me know. Who has more yards, MG or JT? Matt Waletzko, next up here, the offensive tackle. This is noteworthy to me because he has mainly been the one working as of late as the second-string left tackle. Over, by the way, Josh Ball, which we will talk about him later on in the losers category. If you are the backup left tackle, you have an easier path to playing time. Do I want to see Matt Waletzko this year? Honestly, no. I would like to see Tyron Smith play every single game at left tackle instead. But if I can't get that, it would be nice if at minimum Waletzko could prove to be a potential option down the road. If not as a starter, swing tackle would also be pretty great for a 5th-round pick. The Cowboys Report is also on Rumble. We have free and uncensored content over there. Sometimes you'll see the edited F-bomb videos on YouTube. They are unedited, uncensored on Rumble. You can also listen to it, to the Cowboys Report, I should say, podcast style on your phone in the background, which you can't really do on YouTube. It's all free, by the way. So go follow us, rumble.com/CowboysTV. John Ridgeway, next up here. Offense tends to favor the winners, and we did Marquise Bell, right? It's not going to put him in. Ridgeway has got a decent amount of hype for being a 5th-round pick of like, oh, this guy's awesome, the vanilla gorilla, and got himself into a fight today at OTAs. It was a bit of a chippier practice per Mike McCarthy, which I am okay, by the way, if my defensive linemen have a bit of that dog in them, because I want that. I want some attitude up front, because in the past, the defense hasn't had that necessarily. Do I think a 5th-round rookie's going to be that guy instantly? No, but I think it could be a good step in the right direction. I am excited about him even for a day 3 pick. Finally, defensive line. The reasoning is legend Cowboy. He's too good to be a Cowboys, but actual Cowboys legend, not the meme version. Charles Haley was at practice today, and he was help coaching up the defensive linemen, especially Sam Williams. I love it. Bringing back those guys, Haley, DeMarcus Ware, etc., is a very smart move to do by the Dallas Cowboys. I know it's only OTAs, but if you can remember like one little tip, trick, whatever, that helps benefit you as a player, that means it was absolutely worth it from the perspective of bringing in a guy like Charles Haley. This is not the first time we've done Dallas Cowboy OTA winners and losers. I did want to do another version. I made the players different for the most part as well. So if you want a different batch of winners and losers led by Marquise Bell, who has been a baller so far at OTAs, you'll love to see it. Make sure you're subscribed. I'll put the link, by the way, to this video in the comment section too for you guys. But subscribe and don't miss out on anything. YouTube.com/CowboysTV. In life, there are losers. And if you decide to hold out from OTAs, you're a loser because you're not present. That is Dalton Schultz. He is skipping the rest of Cowboys OTAs, and there is a chance he could skip minicamp as well. He is unhappy with the current state of his contracts. He's not in a very good situation from that standpoint. Schultz has signed his franchise tag tender, so he's going to get what he's going to get in the end from that standpoint. You're not going to, like, cut him. It's just not how it works in the end. But he's not there. It's not exactly an ideal situation. I will make note that on the bright side, if you want to spin it, it means just more reps for Jake Ferguson, for Sean McEwen, for Jeremy Sprinkle, and other young guys. You're not going to cut Schultz. That's not how the contract works. He signed his tender. It does make him subject to fines. I am fine if he ends up skipping OTAs. If he's at minicamp, though, or if he's not at minicamp, the mandatory stuff, not going to like that one as much. So are you mad about Dalton Schultz skipping the remainder of organized team activities? Y for yes, N for no. Save space to sound off for me in the comments section. Next up is Josh Ball, who was supposed to be as a fourth-round pick last year in the spot that Matt Waletzko is this year. He is now on the right side of the offensive line, per the reports coming out of OTAs. And that gives Ball a tougher path to playing time because Terrence Steele has stayed healthy. I would be stunned if Ball surpassed him at any point in the near future, which kind of puts him as a backup offensive tackle. Could it be you put Ball at right tackle, Steele to left tackle? I guess, but it's like that's a bad idea. So it almost seems like that Matt Waletzko has surpassed Josh Ball at this point. I want you guys now to name a Cowboys OTA loser. Maybe it is Dalton Schultz. Maybe it's somebody else altogether. I got one name in particular, unfortunately, but I want to hear from you guys in the comments section right now. Devontae Bond is a loser because his season is over. We mentioned this on one of our first OTA takeaway videos that Bond had suffered an injury. We now know, per Todd Archer, it is a significant knee injury. He will miss the season as he undergoes surgery for it, so Bond's season is over. He was unlikely to make the 53-man roster, but it still sucks to lose a player already in June. Kelvin Joseph, which is focused more now on injuries here, was not a participant at OTAs on Thursday. He was present, but he was held out for an unknown issue. I will make note, last open OTAs he got rolled up on, kind of limped off a little bit, so they're probably being cautious there, but we will keep an eye on Joseph come minicamp time. If he's not out there, that's unfortunate. Finally, wide receiver injuries aplenty. We've talked about Gallup not being out there, about Tolbert missing time, James Washington still not practicing, Noah Brown is banged up, and CeeDee Lamb even wasn't a full go at OTAs per Todd Archer Thursday. So that left like Dennis Houston, Dontario Drummond, TJ Vasher, and Tolbert getting a ton of work. Like, that's insane. Like that's a bad receiver core. So hopefully these guys get healthy sooner rather than later. Now, if you think that I would be a better Cowboys GM than the Joneses, like the video right now. You have 400-plus people watching live right now. I would think that everyone likes it. Even Jeremy agrees with me. I'd be a better GM. Maybe even better than Howie Roseman. I would have taken Justin Jefferson.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have.
No, you wouldn't have.
He was higher on my board. Yes, I would have.
I don't believe that.
Yes, I would have. I also would have taken DK Metcalf over J.J. Arcega-Whiteside.
Okay.
I would have. I would not have taken Jalen Hurts, though. So, evens out. So, like the video if you think I would be a better Cowboys GM. It is mailbag time here. Coming up next. By the way, I think I did my math wrong earlier. $19 away. I see 60-25. Oh, it's right. $9 away. My math. I was double bad at math there. $9 away from us doing shots here on the Cowboys Report. So if you have questions, super chat like Zach Taylor and Mark and Lance Dunbar's burner account have so far. We'll get to those super chats here in a little bit. Ooh, $4 away now from shot time.
If we get it before the mailbag, we can just hit those shots really quick.
Yeah, exactly. So get those questions in using #Cowboys or super chatting like Mark is doing right now. After this mailbag wraps up, we will be live on Rumble only. It's an exclusive Cowboys Report After Hours segment, a look at some potential defensive breakout players this year for the Dallas Cowboys.
You won't want to miss it.
You will not.
You will not want to miss it.
How many times will I say Cox?
What is
a lot.
6'9"?
There you go. Exactly right there. So that link will be in the comment section and in the description. I already see Saline, Bobby Hass, Tom Downey's evil clone, and Sack77 over there on the Cowboys Report Rumble After Hours exclusively. So stick around. Mailbag coming up right now. Today's Dallas Cowboys Report mailbag is presented by Manscaped. If you want to get the best men's grooming products on the market, head over to manscaped.com and make sure you use promo code Cowboys for 20% off and free shipping. Manscaped.com, promo code Cowboys. Super chat time. There are quite a few to get to. From Lance Dunbar's burner account, name a dark horse wide receiver to get that number 4 spot. You guys don't like him very much. Does Noah Brown count as a dark horse? If he does not count, maybe someone like a TJ Vasher. He brings you the size they don't really have as a 6'6"-ish guy. So those are 2 names I would throw in there. Zach Taylor. I just started watching, went to the beginning, but anyways, my celebrity crush when I was a kid was the Pink Power Ranger. You are not alone. I never got into Power Rangers though. I can't remember his name. I never got into the show. That was not ever my show.
Nice choice, Zach. Nice choice.
Jeremy says bonk. So Zach, thank you very much for the super chat. Several super chats to get to here from my boy Mark. I like Schultz, but I don't see him as some great playmaker. The question is, do you mark $13 million a year for a real good relief valve type of player? He also meant pay. I actually read it as Mark, so it's all the same. Also has the family. Olivia has regressed as a sleeper. It's not been fun. She's doing better the past 2 nights. I am exhausted. Is what it is. Love her to death. Happy and healthy otherwise. I think that's the great question, right, Mark? Back to that initial super chat. Do you want to pay $13 or really almost $14 million for? That is the market value for a good tight end. It's kind of like when Austin Hooper got paid his then record-setting deal by the Cleveland Browns. That ended up not going great for them. They cut him to pay then David Njoku. So, to be honest, no, I don't really want to pay Dalton Schultz $14 million. But I would almost rather pay him and have him count $10 million on my salary cap this year. Frankly, I wouldn't have franchise tagged him at all. I would have just paid somebody else a tight end. That race done been run. From Mark, not paying Cedric Wilson $6 million a year was a big mistake. We had the money, has chemistry with Dak, has $6 million was pretty solid. I mean, the Cowboys weren't going to, but don't you feel better about $6 million a year for Cedric Wilson after all these other receiver deals that have gone out? You had the money. I think in the end, we're willing to be patient for Gallup to come back and draft somebody in the 3rd round this year. That's, I guess, the route that they wanted to go. From Tyler Klutz, a Cowboys legend burner account. Tom as Dallas's GM, Jeremy as Philly's GM. Who's better? Unquestionably me.
Me. Stop,
Jeremy.
Stop it. It would be me 100%. Everybody would be saying Catboy 2.0 to Tom. He would only spend money on safeties, not prioritize any other position. I would look at the scheme overall and how my team is doing, build through the trenches. Philly, you'd have to watch out for Philly.
Absolute cap. You guys can vote. Type in T for me or type in J if you actually think it would be Jeremy. I think unquestionably your boy would be the number 1 guy. From Mark, we did get to $69 in Super Chat, so someone's got to bring in the shots for us here. To the shot, brother, any real legit players we might sign who are difference makers, or is Skeletor still being a clown? Him and Steve have got to go. Look, does Anthony Barr count? If not, I don't think so, my friend. From Corey Sanchez, would you rather sign Julio Jones or T.Y. Hilton? Of the two, I think T.Y. fits better as a slot receiver. Neither guy has the punt return value. But I think I'd rather have Julio for the potential upside of return to form. I think I'd go Julio over T.Y. Both I'd be fine with on a cheap 1-year deal here. So pick a wide receiver. Type JJ, Julio Jones, or type in T.Y. for T.Y. Hilton. Which receiver would you rather have on the Cowboys? Just a pinned comment on today's video, so if the ad break comes, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. From Mark, again, the MVP so far today, does Skeletor think he'll be getting commission off the $23 million we have not paid? I don't believe the BS that we need it for future contracts. So that BS stems directly from one Steven Jones. He is the one who doesn't want to spend the same way. The past couple years, Steven's taken over more and more power for the organization. So in the end, they don't. They genuinely believe that they have to keep their books in order and they don't want to be aggressive with a bunch of dead money because Steven's still burned by the Brandon Carr contract, which is, it's a joke. What's not a joke, though, is this deal from our friends over at Manscaped, the Platinum Package. It is the best deal they have ever offered in their history. This is the 4.0 with the Lawnmower 4.0. You get almost everything here from Manscaped. You get the shampoo and conditioner. You get the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker, the most comfortable boxers known to man, the deodorant. You get all this great products for 20% off and free shipping. Crop toner, ball toner, all those items added together, you are saving 52% with the Platinum Package when you use promo code COWBOYS at manscaped.com. Folks, it is almost Father's Day. And if you want to be a father like me or just someone's daddy, unlike producer Jeremy, you got to use Manscaped. Manscaped.com, promo code COWBOYS gets you 20% off and free shipping on top of the 52% off Platinum Package combo. The link will be in the comment section and in the description. Chris Snow, who has more to prove, Tolbert or Washington? It is Washington. Tolbert's a rookie. If he has an iffy year this year, he's got time. Washington is on his second team on a cheap 1-year deal. If he does not impress, he's going to have a tough time finding a role next year. Yideroni Yee. I'm a Dak fan. You think Dak is still in his prime or probably getting better? Or was he the best of Dak considering his play last year against good teams? Again, his play against good teams is not different than like any other quarterback against good teams outside of like Tom Brady. So don't fall for the ESPN narratives. Dak Prescott is coming off a season which was his second highest passing yards, his most touchdowns, and his statistically most accurate season. So overall, he's really good. Prime-ish, maybe not peak, but yeah, I think prime is about right. DJ Martin, no NFC East team has won the division back-to-back years in 17 years since the Eagles did it. Do you think the Cowboys break the pattern last year? Sounds to me, DJ, like a team is due. Somebody will win it in back-to-back years. Why not the Cowboys this year? After all, the Eagles have a better overall roster, but not the better quarterback. From Mark, this one is for producer Jeremy. Wow, okay, Chugs, take it away.
I really think the Eagles are closing in on us. Do you think their QB, Jalen Hurts, will make the next step or will forever be a so-so guy?
No trolling.
I think he's going to take the next step, but for him, the next step is not going to be a top 5 quarterback. I think for the Eagles to take that next step, it's going to be in an unconventional way that you see how more all-around teams are making the Super Bowl, like a really good defense, a really good running game, and then a quarterback that just is competent.
Elite game manager.
Exactly.
Peak Alex Smith.
Like Jimmy G.
Okay.
Like Jimmy G with the 49ers. I think if he is like Jimmy G can be a good, competent quarterback, take care of the wheel, he doesn't have to be the Aaron Rodgers taking the Packers to the Super Bowl
doesn't
or
have to
whatnot.
be the best QB in his own division.
But
okay.
I think
that's fair.
I think him taking the step up from being a so-so guy is being a good game manager, and I think he can do that.
Very rare we get a super chat just for producer Jeremy, but Mark, thank you very much, and I think Jeremy's fairly on for like what the next step is for Jalen Hurts. From Micah Parsons, would you make me your favorite player ultimate if I keep my stats up? If so, then I'll try my best. If you keep putting up like 80 tackles, 20 TFLs, and 13 sacks, you're going to be a lot of people's favorite player, Micah. Eric Hogan, would you sign another left tackle like Dwayne Brown? I don't think we've had one of these in the past, or at least this player. Dwayne Brown is old, like really old, and the decline has begun to set in. His numbers per PFF, since nobody else does offensive line stuff, hasn't been the best at this point. Now, 8 sacks, 3 hits, 22 hurries. It's not bad. 69.6, nice run grade, but also isn't like quite nice enough as far as I'm concerned. My issue is this. Does Dwayne Brown want to be a cheap one-year backup? I'm not so sure that he does. Now, you've got the money to do anything you want in free agency. You might not choose to if you're Catboy, but you're not Catboy, those of you watching at home. So I want you guys to name a player who you want to sign right now in NFL free agency. Boondock Saints, Tom, if you were GM, what would Jeremy's job be in the organization? Let's see. What's demeaning, insulting, degrading the most? Jerry's personal salt shaker? Is that the route to go? Yeah, I think that's what I'd be. You'd be Jeremy's salt shaker or Jerry's salt shaker. Bhavik Patel, if there was one Cowboys and you bring back in their prime, who would it be? Ooh, good question. So you can go a couple names. Could always go Deion Sanders because I love him. You could go with like the quarterbacks, Aikman or Staubach, because that's the most important position. Maybe you'd go like Larry Allen just because it's, the offensive line. But I think you'd look that route. Maybe, of course, DeMarcus Ware or, ooh, you know what? Maybe a Randy White for some defensive tackle help. That might be a good route to go in the end. If you have not already, hit that big red button and subscribe at youtube.com/CowboysTV. That link will be in the comment section, the description as well, but you're watching on YouTube. So simply hit that big red button right now. Everyone can type L in the comment section for Jeremy. We did this question already from Chris Snow. Who has more to prove, Tolbert or Washington? The answer is, of course, Washington. We absolutely did that one before, so everyone type L. From Jordan, favorite player on the Cowboys. Sean Lee has since retired, which is kind of sad for me on that standpoint there. A lot of routes you could go. Kind of want to meme and say that I love Jabril Cox. That's kind of funny. Get the Cox jersey. Maybe the Link Hooker jersey for Hooker. I'd say Trayvon Diggs or Dak Prescott at this point. Duncan Hallman, I tweeted the DK question to you months ago. It'd be huge for us. I remember that, Duncan, you did. Yeah, I kind of feel the exact same way. It'd be fun. It'd be great. Yeah, you get DK Metcalf. I'm also not remotely going to get my hopes up for that one. From Mark again, I don't see our defensive line being that good. Other than a declining tank, there is no D lineman that gives that oh shit factor. We should have a lot of solid rotational defensive linemen. I agree with that last part pretty heavily. Tank's decline is due to injury, so hopefully that changes here. You're banking on one of your young guys, especially on the interior. You need, whether it's Osa Odigizua, Neville Gallimore, or Tristan Hill, take a big-time step forward. Frankly, your best defensive player right now, defensive lineman, is still Micah Parsons, so you would love it if he continues to be an impact pass rusher in the end. From Tom's 15th burner account. Yeah, I got a lot of those, I guess, these days, all these fake accounts. Trade for Jeff Swaim. Why? If you just want someone to block, just go with the McGovern package, the Hulk package. Jeff Swaim is exactly who he is. So, he is, however, a Cowboys legend. So you know the drill by now. I want everybody to spam Cowboys legend for me in the comment section. Just spam it. You can do it multiple times even if you want. A-Money, who's your favorite player in next year's draft the Cowboys should try to get? Will Anderson, who is going to be the number 1 overall pick, or Jalen Carter. Those guys are probably not going to get there. But I would love it if Michael Mayer, the tight end from Notre Dame, could somehow fall to you. Not going to get my hopes up there either. Nate Rosario, Tom, trade for Brady, Allen, or Mahomes. Who will you choose? Mahomes? I think Mahomes is the best young QB in the NFL. Sorry, Josh Allen. Sorry, Herbert. Brady is, I would assume at some point, finally calls it a career. So I'll focus long-term and go with Mahomes instead. If we did not get to your question here live on our mailbag, blame producer Jeremy, my DMs are open. Feel free to hit me up on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. It is 6-9 day, everyone. So everybody type in 69 as your votes come in, or I should say comments come in. We did get to $69 in Super Chats. Blew way past it, got to 91. If we get to $96 right now, I'll do 2 shots. The inverse. Double it up there. We need $5 Super Chat on that front. Jeremy's getting the shots right now. You did that again, Jeremy. Again with the Celebrity Crush. Oh, jeez. Spam 69. I see Lee Lilly, DJ Martin, Bruiser TV. All typing in their 69s. Boondocks Saint as well, typing in 69. Jeremy loves this question because you guys got horny as hell earlier with who was your celebrity crush. Joe Linden, Mark say 69. Ham says 69. Nate says 69. Joe Linden says 69. After we do our shots and the weird 69 jokes and whatnot, we are going to be only on Rumble, where I see A. Holyfield and Sack77 and Bobby Hass all in there right now. Cowboys Report After Hours exclusively over there. There have been, again, it's not celebrities more than anything else. It's the other type of movie star that have been in there. So, yeah, maybe we'll do that on Rumble if you do it over there. All right, shots. There we go. You're doing the fireball, I assume. Yeah, you're good. Jack Daniels for me, because I'm built different. Ooh, almost spilled it. Yeah, there's a lot of weird people. On this one, we might not ever want to bring this question back, to be honest, Jeremy. This one might not be the way to go. It's getting real bonky in there. Margot Robbie, just like DJ or Robbie, however the hell you say her last name. I can never pronounce it because she lives in a fake country. Slid it right off. It didn't spill that much, at least. So.
Usually sliding it right in.
Yeah, normally. Bottoms up for $69 in Super Chats because we're mature here at the Cowboys Report. Oh, 30. We're doing 2 of them.
Oh. Mark.
That's my guy, Mark.
For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow.
We'll get to your Super Chat on screen in a second here, Mark. Good thing I ate lunch today. That'd have been bad. Because I've done that before. And that's not. Whoo, it's rough.
You've seen one of our watch parties during the year.
That was the Randy Gregory fiasco. I was just doing shots, not eating anything all day. Bottoms up. Woo! All right. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, we probably should do real shot glasses, not like the double shot glasses. I know I did pour it. I'm sorry. All right. To Mark Super Chat, then we're going Cowboys Report after hours only on Rumble here. Woo! Mark says, if you do too many shots, there might be a second kid on the way. Appreciate your show. I am out of here. Have to do payroll. LOL. Much aloha. Tom, do you like rum? Since I'm a winer. I actually do like rum. I do like rum quite a bit. Either white or dark rum. I tend to use I use my white rum when I make rummy bears. We're so good.
When I went to Mexico, there was this one drink. I think it was called a rum chaser, but it was like a strawberry daiquiri, but with rum.
Yeah,
a rum runner.
Yep, those are fire.
Oh,
dangerous too because
dude,
they will.
They will
f you up.
Blasted.
They will absolutely f you up.
Good thing it was all inclusive, so I just went to the buffet and.
Right there you go. All right, Mark. Thank you so much for the super chat. Coconut rum. Oh yeah, heck yeah, that's delicious. That's fire. All right, Mark. Thank you. Appreciate all your support. Jeremy will not be getting one just for me. Sorry, Chugs. But no second kid because wife's going out of town tonight, so I can do as many shots as I want.
It's just gonna be me and Tom. Am I right?
Bonk bonk. All right. See you, Facebook. We're signing off there. YouTube, we're gonna sign off as well and go Cowboys Report only for after hours. We can go to the Type 69 Wayne again if you want to, Jeremy. It's fun because it's a funny one, and then I can start swearing. I know we're still on Facebook or on YouTube, so. Couple seconds left. The link is in the live chat. Get over to Rumble only. And once you're over there, type 69 for me. I'll give you a 5-second countdown on YouTube. Very burpy there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya, YouTube.